But I changed into something a little more festive because it is day 17 of Vlogmas, y'all. Like, we're getting there. It's almost Christmas. I love this time of year, and I just wanted to make sure that I gave you guys a full vegan dinner like video, so you guys can get an idea of what to put on the table if you have any vegan friends, if you're vegan yourself, or you just want to try out some new recipes. So this video definitely goes into detail on that, but let's just get into the plate because that's what we all love about the holidays. It's the food. So y'all, so bomb. I'm just ready to dig in. I tried to make my plate a little smaller so y'all can see what's going on. Usually I just slap it all on there, but you know, I made sure to give you guys a good look. So first things first, the greens my sister made. I don't even try to make the greens, y'all. She does it so well, so I honestly don't even know where to start. But these are good. She also did the vegan meat, which is a tofurkey like ham. So it's this brand, and I believe she just cooked it according to the package. But let's give it a little try. That's good. This is our first time going with the ham substitute. We usually do turkey, which is so funny because when I ate meat, I didn't like turkey at all. I always had ham. But that's pretty good. I like it. It has like tastes like mapley, a little maple action going on. So that's really good. I already tried the greens, and I know they're amazing. All right, so next thing's next. We're gonna go into the mashed potatoes. I even made my own little homemade gravy, which is just so good. So for the potatoes, you know the drill. Just peel, cut, boil, butter, salt, pepper, milk, you're good. So that came together really quickly. And then y'all, I promise you I will never ever buy store-bought gravy again. This is so good, so fresh. It's less sodium, and it took like no time at all. Like literally, y'all see, it is super simple. You just got to keep an eye on it, but it's probably like the easiest thing I made. And it tastes so good. All right, then this cranberry sauce, y'all, I love the can, and I just throw it in the refrigerator while I'm cooking everything else. You know, I don't even like the actual cranberry sauce. I don't like I don't like that. So we stick to the can over here. But I love eating it with the mac and cheese just to get a little like sweet to it. And this mac, y'all, is so good. It's so creamy. Let's get into it. You just want to boil your noodles al dente. I let them cook the rest of the way in the oven. So I only boiled them for like 8 minutes. And then, you know, you just put your butter in, your cheeses, egg substitute if you use egg, and then some milk. You just want to make sure it's not dry, so I kept adding a little more milk if I felt like it was gonna need some in the oven. And then you just top it with the rest of your cheese. I like to put a little smoked paprika on top, and then just bake it. I baked this for like 45 minutes, 50 minutes maybe, and it came out so good. Also, the thing with mac and cheese is you want to let it set. So I let this set for at least 30 minutes before cutting into it. That way it still has a little bit of texture. Next. Sweet potatoes. Oh my god, these are so good. Okay, I gotta really give y'all the tips on making this. I actually messed these up, and then I realized through messing them up, not this time, these are perfect, but the first couple times I tried to make this, I messed them up, and I realized that the way I was doing it and the messed up way is the way that I really enjoy them. So let's get into it. Once you've layered the bottom, you go ahead and like sprinkle your white sugar and your brown sugar, a little bit of cinnamon. You don't want to do too much. Then you finish up, like you layer the other sweet potatoes on top. Sprinkle with salt, not salt, sprinkle with your white sugar, brown sugar, a little bit of cinnamon again, and then you want to put your butter in there. I was waiting around the first time I made it, and then it just didn't come together in the end. So I just add my butter in right away. Also, I forgot to mention you want to put like a tablespoon of water at the bottom of the pan. And then you just crack the lid as you see. I do this on like medium low heat, and I just let it go for about 25 minutes. And then I'll come and flip them and make sure that the top half gets on the bottom. And at this point, it's gonna be a lot of the like sugar liquid at the bottom. A lot of people will tell you that that's a bad sign and you don't want that. But I'm here to tell you that it's a good sign. It's almost like you're boiling the sweet potatoes in like a sugar water instead of just like plain water. And then you just let that, put the lid back on, and then you let that cook for like 15-20 minutes. And then I just like to take it off the heat and then let the like liquid reduce. So actually don't take it off heat. I mean, turn the heat off and then keep it on that same burner. And then you just let that reduce. I even take the lid off at this point and I just let it sit there while I'm cooking everything else. And it literally, y'all, is so good. Like this is how I like my sweet potatoes. It's like a mix between mashed and like candied. So good. Absolutely fire. So if you're into that, make them exactly how I told you, and don't get discouraged by the water or the liquid. It will reduce and it'll just be like nice and creamy. Last things last, I made for the first time a dressing, but I'm not sure if I should call it stuffing. So I use stuffing mix, but I did it the way my grandma makes her dressing. So I'm gonna call it dressing. But I really don't even know the difference between the two. But this tastes so good. I already tasted some of it. And oh my god, it tastes just like how I remember my grandma's dressing. I haven't had this since I went vegan because I didn't think it was possible to veganize it. But it is so good. Like, oh, so good. I'm gonna show you guys right now how to make it. You wanna make sure that you're using dry cornbread. So I made the mistake of not making cornbread a couple days ago and letting it sit on the counter. You could absolutely do that. That's probably the best option, just so you can like make everything right away. But if you don't make it ahead of time, I went ahead and just cooked my cornbread as normal. And then what I did was let it dry out in the oven. So I turned the oven down to 275 and I let it, I cut it into squares and I just let it sit in there for about 45 minutes. And I just like would occasionally fork it around so that it didn't get too burnt. And then when I was ready for like to go with the cornbread, I sauteed my celery, onion, and bell pepper. And then I added everything to the pan that I was gonna cook it in. So I put the cornbread in there, the sauteed veggies, and then I went in with the stuffing crouton mix. It was like the herb, and that's what my grandmother told me to do. It's like a hack, so you don't have to use like so many seasonings. So I put that in there. Then I just did like vegetable broth, butter, and I went in with some extra sage and salt and pepper. Mix that around, and I just played with the butter and the vegetable broth because you don't want it to be like, you don't want it to be dry. You want to make sure that while it's baking, it keeps some of the moisture, especially because the cornbread is dry and the croutons are dry. So that's all I did, and I baked it for 40 minutes, and it's beyond good. I am like, I love it. It's not holding together like my grandmother's, and I don't know if that's because I need a little more mixed, like a little more of the vegetable broth, but it's definitely not dry. It's really, really good. It's just not holding. So I don't know, but it definitely tastes really good. So if you're looking for a vegan dressing recipe, definitely try it because the flavor is there. I'll show you the whole thing. Thank you so much for watching, for one. Secondly, definitely try these out. If you're not vegan, you can definitely make these sides. They taste really good. Trust me, you're not gonna miss any of the dairy or eggs or anything like that. Obviously, if you're not a huge like faux meat person, you could skip this. You could do salmon. You could do whatever you normally do, or I don't know, do like tofu or something. There's like so many different ways you can cook tofu. But yeah, this is really good. I hope you try it out. Happy Vlogmas, y'all. We're so close. We're so close to the end. We're almost to Christmas. But yeah, that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.